by a guy. Might just need to turn my voice volume. Okay, I'll raise my microphone. There we go. Is this better? I'm gonna be reading. I'm gonna be very close. I have the physical book here. It's an omnibus. It's huge. It's like freaking how many pages? Like 780 pages big. Raise the bass of my voice. Raise the bass of my voice. Okay, I'm gonna raise. Hold on. I think I raised the volume a little bit. There we go. This is probably better. So I'm gonna be reading a novel. It's gonna be very nice. I'm gonna not have any bass in my voice at all. I'm just gonna be all treble. It's gonna be super nice. Hello, human air. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Guys only want one thing, and it's fucking disgusting. But yeah, we're gonna be reading today. It's gonna be like a 1-2 hour long stream, not very long. Just kinda ending the week on a good note. Okay, I'm gonna drink. Hold on. Stretch. Hello, Billy. How are you doing? Thank you. I'm taking a sippy. I'm drinking some homemade mead because it's Sunday and I deserve it. I'm looking at the model I painted today, and I'm like, I shouldn't have done slap chop. It doesn't look that good. It's fine. It's whatever. We're gonna be reading a book. So I'm gonna start reading it. Sorry if I sound dehydrated, tell me to drink more, and I will. I'm trying to keep the microphone a little bit away from my mouth so you don't hear all the sounds of my mouth smacking. Hold on. Gotta drink some more. Sorry, can't talk right now. I'm making piss. Okay, here we go. It is the 41st millennium. For more than 100 centuries, the Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne of Terra. He is the master of mankind. By the will of the gods... Oh, hold on. Let me change the music. There we go. He is the master of mankind by the will of the gods, and master of 1,000,000 worlds by the might of his inexhaustible armies. He is a rotten carcass, writhing invisibly with power from the dark age of technology. He is the carrion lord of the Imperium, for whom 1,000 souls are sacrificed every day, so that he may never truly die. Yet even in his deathless state, the Emperor continues his eternal vigilance. Mighty battle fleets cross the demon-infested miasma of the warp, the only route between distant stars, their way lit by the Astronomicon, the psychic manifestation of the Emperor's will. Vast armies give battle in his name on uncounted worlds. Greatest amongst his soldiers are the Adeptus Astartes, the Space Marines, bioengineered super warriors. Their comrades in arms are Legion, the Imperial Guard and countless planetary defense forces, the ever-vigilant Inquisition, and the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus, to name only a few. But for all their multitudes, they are barely enough to hold off the ever-present threat from aliens, heretics, mutants, and worse. To be a man in such a time is to be one among untold billions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. These are the tales of those times. Forget the power of technology and science, for so much has been forgotten, never to be relearned. Forget the promise of progress and understanding, for in the grim dark future, there is only war. There is no peace among the stars, only an eternity of carnage and slaughter, and the laughter of mad gods. Wow. I love that opening. It's very good. Okay, we're not going to read the forewords by Dan Abnett. He's a pretty good author, too. He wrote the Eisenhorn Saga. Wait, this is Dan Abnett. Never mind. So this is the same guy who wrote the book. Hope the audio's okay. I'm going to lower the music volume a little bit. Give me a second. Lower it. Okay. Is this better? This is probably good. The High Lords of Terra, lauding the great War Master Slado's effort on Kulan, tasked him with raising a crusade force to liberate the Sabbath worlds. a cluster of nearly 100 inhabited systems along the edge of the Segmentum Pacificus. From a massive fleet deployment, nearly a billion Imperial Guard advanced into the Sabbat worlds, supported by forces of the Adeptus Astartes and the Adeptus Mechanicus, with whom Slato had formed cooperative pacts. After 10 hard-fought years of dogged advance, Slato's great victory came at Balhaut, where he opened the way to drive a wedge into the heart of the Sabbat worlds. But there Slato fell. Bickering and rivalry then beset his officers as they vied to take his place. Lord High Militant General Draver was an obvious successor, but Slato himself had chosen the younger commander, Makaroth. With Makaroth as War Master, the Crusade force pushed on into its second decade, and deeper into the Sabbat worlds, facing theaters of war that began to make Balhaut seem like a mere opening skirmish. From A History of the Later Imperial Crusades. Chapter 1. Nubila Reach. The two Faustus-class interceptors swept in low over 1,000 slowly spinning tons of jade asteroid and decelerated to coasting velocity. Striated blurs of shift-speed light flickered off their gunmetal hulls. The saffron haze of the nebula called the Nubila Reach hung as a spread backdrop for them, 1,000 light-years wide, a hazy curtain which enfolded the edges of the Sabbat worlds. Each of these patrol interceptors was an elegant barb about 100 paces from jutting nose to raked tail. Raked tail. The Faustus were lean, powerful warships that looked like serrated cathedral spires with splayed flying buttresses at the rear to house the main thrusters. Their armored flanks bore the Imperial Eagle, together with the green markings and insignia of the Segmentum Pacificus fleet. Locked in the hydraulic arrestor struts of the command seat in the lead ship, Wing Captain Torton Lahane forced down his heart rate as the ship decelerated. Synchronous mind impulse links bequeathed by the Adeptus Mechanicus hooked his metabolism to the ship's ancient systems, and he lived and breathed every nuance of its motion, power output, and response. Lahane was a 20-year veteran. He'd piloted Faustus interceptors for so long, they seemed an extension of his body. He glanced down into Flight Annex directly below and behind the command seat, where his observation officer was at work at the navigation station. "Well?" he asked over the intercom. The observer checked off his calculations against several glowing runes on the board. "Steer 5 points starboard. The astropath's instructions are to sweep down the edge of the gas cloud for a final look, and then it's back to the fleet." Behind him, there was a murmur. The astropath, hunched in his small throne cradle, stirred. Hundreds of filament leads linked the astropath's socket-encrusted skull to the massive sensory apparatus in the Faustus belly. Each one was marked with a small yellowing parchment label, inscribed with words Lahane did not want to have to read. There was a cloying smell of incense and unguents. "What did he say?" Lahane asked. The observer shrugged. "Who knows? Who wants to?" he said. The astropath's brain was constantly surveying and processing the vast wave of astronomical data which the ship's sensor pumped into it, and psychically probing the warp beyond. Small patrol ships like this, with their astropathic cargo, were the only warning arm of the fleet. The work was hard on the psycher's mind, and the odd moan or grimace was commonplace. There had been worse. They had gone through a nickel-rich asteroid field the previous week, and the psycher had gone into spasms. "Flight check," Lahane said into the intercom. "Tail turret, eh?" crackled back the servitor at the rear of the ship. "Flight engineer ready, by the Emperor," fuzzed the voice of the engine chamber. Lahane signaled his wingman. "Moselle, you run forward and begin the sweep. We'll lag away behind you as a double check. Then we'll pull for home." "Mark that," the pilot of the other ship replied, and his craft gunned forward, a sudden blur that left twinkling pearls in its wake. Lahane was about to kick in behind when the voice of the astropath came over the link. It was rare for the man to speak to the rest of the crew. "Captain, move to the following coordinates and hold. I am receiving a signal. A message. Source unknown." Lahane did as he was instructed, and the ship banked around, motors flaring in quick white bursts. The observer swung all the sensor arrays to bear. "What is this?" Lahane asked, impatient. Unscheduled maneuvers of a carefully set patrol sweep did not sit comfortably with him. The astropath took a moment to respond, clearing his throat. "It is an astropathic communique, struggling to get through the warp. It is coming from extremely long range. I must gather it and relay it to the fleet command." "Why?" Lahane asked. This was all too irregular. "I sense it is secret. It is primary level intelligence. It is vermilion level." There was a long pause, a silence aboard the small, slim craft broken only by the hum of the drive, the chatter of the display, and the whir of the air scrubbers. "Vermilion," Lahane breathed. Vermilion was the highest clearance level used by the Crusade's cryptographers. It was unheard of, mythical. Even main battle schemes usually only warranted a magenta. He felt an icy tightness in his wrists, a tremor in his heart. Sympathetically, the interceptor's reactors fibrillated. Lahane swallowed. A routine day had just become very unroutine. He knew he had to commit everything to the correct and efficient recovery of this data. "How long do you need?" he asked over the link. Another pause. "The ritual will take a few moments. Do not disturb me as I concentrate. I need as long as possible," the astropath said. There was a phlegmy, strained edge to his voice. In a moment, that voice was murmuring a prayer. The air temperature in the cabin dropped perceptibly. Something, somewhere, sighed. Lahane flexed his grip on the rudder stick, his skin turning to goose flesh. He hated the witchcraft of the Psychers. He could taste it in his mouth, bitter, sharp. Cold sweat beaded under his flight mask. Hurry up, he thought. It was taking too long. They were idling and vulnerable, and he wanted his skin to stop crawling. The astropath murmured prayers continued. Lahane looked out of the canopy at the swath of pinkish mist that folded away from him into the heart of the nebula, 1 billion kilometers away. The cold, stabbing light of ancient suns slanted and shafted through it like dawn light on gossamer. Dark-bellied clouds swirled in slow, silent blossoms. "Contacts!" the observer yelled suddenly. 3, no, 4, fast as hell and coming straight in." Lahane snapped to attention. "Angle and lead time." The observer rattled out a set of coordinates, and Lahane steered the nose towards them. "They're coming in fast," the observer repeated. "Throne of Earth, but they're moving." Lahane looked across his oversweep board and saw the runic curses flashing as they edged into the tactical grid. "Defense system activated. Weapons to ready," he barked. Drum autoloaders chattered in the chin turret forward of him as he armed the autocannons, and energy reservoirs whined as they powered up the main forward-firing plasma guns. "Cozy boop. Hello. Boop boop. Hey Zap, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream." "Wing 2 to Wing 1. Mosel's voice rasped over the long-range voxcaster. "They're all over me. Break and run. Break and run in the name of the Emperor." The other interceptor was coming. My thumb hurts. This book is heavy. The other interceptor was coming at him at close to full thrust. Lahane's enhanced optics amplified and linked via the canopy system some Mosel's ship while it was still 1,000 kilometers away. Behind it, lazy and slow, came the vampiric shapes, the predatory ships of chaos. I'm reading The Founding. It is the omnibus of Gaunt's Ghosts. So this is The Founding. This is the first and only. It's the first volume of Gaunt's Ghosts, which just started. It's a 40k book. Fire patterns winked in the russet darkness, yellow traceries of venomous death. The racing interceptor disappeared in a rapidly expanding, superheated fireball. The three attackers thundered on through the firewash. "They're coming for us! Bring her about!" Lahane yelled and threw the Faustus around, gunning the engines. "How much longer?" he bellowed at the astropath. "The communique is received. I am now relaying," the astropath gasped at the edge of his limit. "Fast as you can. We have no time," Lahane said. The sleek fighting ship blinked forward, thrust drive roaring blue heat. Lahane rejoiced at the singing of the engine. I'm very sorry I keep stuttering over words. The text is very small. Rejoiced at the singing of the engine in his blood. He was pushing the threshold tolerance of the ship. Amber alert sigils were lighting his display. Lahane was slowly being crushed into the cracked, ancient leather of his command chair. In the tail turret, the gunner's servitors traversed the twin autocannons, hunting for a target. He didn't see the attackers, but he saw their absence, the flickering darkness against the stars. The turret guns screamed into life, blitzing out a scarlet-tinged, boiling stream of hypervelocity fire. Indicators screamed shrill warnings in the cockpit. The enemy had obtained multiple target lock. Down below, the observer was bawling up at Lahane, demanding evasion procedures. Over the link, Flight Engineer Manas was yelling something about a stress injection leak. Lahane was serene. "Is it done?" he asked the astropath calmly. There was another long pause. The astropath was lolling weakly in his cradle. Near to death, his brain ruined by the trauma of the act, he murmured, "It is finished." Boop. Hello. Lahane wrenched the interceptor in a savage loop and presented himself to the pursuers with a massive forward plasma array and the nose guns blasting. He couldn't outrun them or outfight them, but by the Emperor, he'd take at least one of them with him before he went. "Hello, I'm doing good. I'm reading a book. How are you doing?" The chin turret spat 1,000 heavy bolter rounds a second. Oof. The plasma guns howled. Phosphorescence sent death into the void. One of the shadow shapes exploded in a bright blister of flame, its shredded fuselage and mainframe splitting out, carried along by the burning incandescent bow wave of igniting propellant. Lahane scored a second kill too. He ripped open the belly of another attacker, spilling its pressurized guts into the void. It burst like a swollen balloon, spinning round under the shuddering impact and spewing its contents in a fiery trail behind itself. A second later, a rain of toxic and corrosive warheads, each a sliver of metal like a dirty needle, raked the Faustus end to end. They detonated the astropath's head and explosively atomized the observer out through the punctured hull. Another killed the flight engineer outright and destroyed the reactor interlock. 2 milliseconds after that, stress fractures shattered the Faustus-class interceptor like a glass bottle. A super-dense explosion boiled out from the core, vaporizing the ship and Lahane with it. The corona of the blast rippled out for 80 kilometers until it vanished into the nebulous haze. I'm gonna put the book on stream so people know what I'm reading. Hold on. The Founding... Dan Abnett. I think Dan Abnett likes to start his novels this way, with like killing off some unimportant characters or something. Let's see here. This is the one we're reading. I'm gonna put it here on D for Dingus. And let's see here. Book. In this Gaunt's Ghost, there we go. There we go. This is what I'm reading. I'll move over here. Boop. There we go. Okay. Hope the audio is fine and not being too loud or too quiet. A memory. Darandara, 20 years earlier. The Winter Palace was besieged. In the woods on the north shore of the frozen lake, the field guns of the Imperial Guard thumped and rumbled. Snow fluttered. Okay, that's good. I'm glad. Snow fluttered down on them, and each shuddering retort brought heavier falls slumping down from the tree limbs. Brass shell cases clanked as they spun out of the returning breaches and fell, smoking, into snow cover that was quickly becoming trampled slush. Over the lake, the palace crumbled. One wing was now ablaze, and shell holes were appearing in the high walls or impacting in the vast arches of the steep roofs beyond them. Each blast threw up tiles and fragments of beams and puffs of snow like icing sugar. Some shots fell short, bursting the ice skin of the lake and sending up cold geysers of water, mud, and sharp chunks that looked like broken glass. Commissar General Delane Octar, chief political officer of the Hyrcan Regiment, stood in the back of his winter camouflage painted half-track and watched the demolition through his field scope. When Fleet Command had sent the Hyrcans in to quell the uprising on Darandara, he had known it would come to this. A bloody, bitter end. How many opportunities had they given the secessionists to surrender? Too many, according to that rat-turd Colonel Dravere, who commanded the armored brigades in the support of the Hyrcan infantry. That would be a matter Dravere would gleefully report in his dispatches, Octar knew. Dravere was a career soldier with a pedigree of noble blood who was gripping the ladder of advancement so tightly with both hands that his feet were free to kick out at those on lower rungs. Octar didn't care. The victory mattered, not the glory. As a commissar general, his authority was well liked, and no one doubted his loyalty to the Imperium. His resolute adherence to the primary dictates or the rousing fury of his speeches to the men. But he believed war was a simple thing, where caution and restraint would win far more for less cost. He had seen the reverse too many times before. The command echelons generally believed in the theory of attrition when it came to the Imperial Guard. Any foe could be ground into pulp if you threw enough at them, and the Guard was to them a limitless supply of cannon fodder for just such a purpose. That was not Octar's way. He had schooled the officer cater of the Hyrcans to believe it too. He had taught General Carnivar and his staff to value every man, and knew the majority of the 6,000 Hyrcans, many by name. Octar had been with them from the start, from the first founding on the high plateau of Hyrcan, those vast, gale-racked industrial deserts of granite and grassland. 6 regiments they had founded there, 6 proud regiments, and just the first of what Octar hoped would be a long line of Hyrcan soldiers, who would set the name of their planet high on the honor roll of the Imperial Guard, from founding to founding. They were brave boys. He would not waste them, and he would not have the officers waste them. He glanced down from his half-track into the tree lines where the gun teams serviced their thumping limbers. The Hyrcans were a strong breed, drawn and pale, with almost colorless hair, which they preferred to wear short and severe. They wore dark gray battle dress with beige webbing and short-billed forage caps of the same pale hue. In this cold theater, they also had woven gloves and long gray coats. Those laboring at the guns, though, were stripped down to their beige undershirts, their webbings hanging loosely around their hips as they bent and carried shells, and braced for firing in the close heat of the concussions. It looked odd in these snowy wastes, with breaths steaming the air, to see men moving through gun smoke in thin shirts, hot and ruddy with sweat. He knew their strength and weaknesses to a man, knew exactly who best to send forward to reconnoiter. I don't know how to pronounce this word. Reconnoiter? I mean, it's reconnaissance, but it's reconnoiter. I don't know how to pronounce that. To snipe, to lead a charge offensive, to scout for mines, to cut wire, and to interrogate prisoners. He valued each and every man for his ability in the field of war. He would not waste them. He and General Carnivar would use them, each one in his particular way, and they would win and win and win again, 100 times more than any who used his regiments like bullet soaks in the bloody front line. Men like Travers, Octard dreaded to think what that beast might do when finally given field command of an action like this. Let the little piping runt in his starched collar sound off to the high brass about him. Let him make a fool of himself. This was not his victory to win. Octard jumped down from the vehicle's flatbed and handed his scope to his sergeant. "Where's the boy?" he asked in his soft, penetrating tones. The sergeant smiled to himself, knowing the boy hated to be known as the boy. "Supervising the batteries on the rise, Commissar General," he said in a faultless low Gothic, flavored with the clipped, guttural intonations of the Hirken homeworld accent. "Send him to me," Octard said, rubbing his hands gently to encourage circulation. "I think it's time he got a chance to advance himself." The sergeant turned to go and then paused. "Advance himself, Commissar, or advance himself?" Octard grinned like a wolf. "Both, naturally." The Hirken sergeant bounded up the ridge to the field guns at the top, where the trees had been stripped a week before by a secessionist airstrike. The splintered trunks were denuded back to their pale bark, and the ground under the snow was thick with wood pulp, twigs, and uncountable fragrant needles. There would be no more airstrikes, of course. Not now. The secessionist Air Force had been operating out of the two airstrips south of the Winter Palace, which had been rendered useless by Colonel Travers' armored units. Not that they'd had much to begin with. Maybe 60 ancient pattern slamjets with cycling cannons in the armpits of the wings and struts on the wingtips for the few bombs they could muster. The sergeant had cherished a sneaking admiration for the secessionist flyers, though. They had tried damn hard, taking huge risks to drop their payloads where it counted, and without the advantage of good air-to-ground instrumentation. This text, it's really small writing in this book. He would never forget the slamjet, which took out their communication bunker in the snow lines of the mountain a fortnight before. Fortnight? It had passed low twice to get a fix, bouncing through the frag burst which the anti-air batteries threw up all around it. He could still see the faces of the pilot and the gunner as they passed, plainly visible because the canopy was hauled back so they could get a target by sight alone. Brave. Desperate. Not a whole lot of difference in the sergeant's book. Determined, too. That was the Commissar General's view. They knew they were going to lose this war before it even started, but still they tried to break loose from the Imperium. The sergeant knew that Octard admired them, and in turn, he admired the way Octard had urged his chief of staff to give the rebels every chance to surrender. What was the point of killing for no purpose? That's very un-imperial, by the way. Not killing for no purpose. Sounds heretical to me. Still, the sergeant had shuddered when the 3,000-pounder had fishtailed down into the communications bunker and flattened it, just as he had cheered when the thumping, traversing quad barrels of the Hydra anti-air batteries had pegged the slamjet as it pulled away. It looked like it had been kicked from behind, jerking up at the tail and then tumbling, end over end, as it exploded and burned in a long, dying fall into the distant trees. I want to paint now. I'm sorry. I know I'm all wishy-washy, but I kind of want to paint now. Is that okay? Can I paint? Is that okay? Can we paint on this stream? I just suddenly wanted to paint more minis. I'm sorry. Is that okay? If it's not, that's okay too. I don't have to paint. I just kind of want to. I want to try painting another Imperial Fist. Thank you, Zap. I'm gonna try to paint one and combine some techniques. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to set things up. It won't take very long. Let me get text. Is it this one? Oh, frog alert. BRB setting things up. Okay, I will be back very soon. I'm gonna go get some water, get my paints and stuff, and then we'll get going. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna be back on microphone now. I'm trying to set it up. Sorry for all the hassle. There we go. I think this is good-ish, right? No? Maybe I need to pull it more this way. Okay, there we go. Sort of. This is fine. This is fine. Here we go. Sorry, everyone. Oh, there we go. Frog, hello, Neil. How are you doing? Oh, okay, here we go. I'm gonna take my paints out. Hold on. Here's my mead. Drinking mead. Desktop audio is a bit loud. Sorry about that. Oh, trying to move the microphone a bit. There we go. There we go. Music shouldn't be too loud. There we go. I need to get my paints. I got my brushes. Hold on. Whoop. I got my brushes. I got my glasses of water. Pop, 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 pop. I got paint on my fingers. Okay, hold on. Just gotta get my paints. Okay, here we go. How are you doing, Neil? Welcome to the stream. Let's see here. We're gonna paint one bus marine. So I need some paints. This is the guy I painted before. I'm gonna change his. I'm gonna have to change. Hold on. I'm gonna have to change the. Where is it? The focus. This is the guy. I painted him. I gave him green pauldrons because I was like, I'm gonna break the trend and give him make him belong to the fourth company, because you usually don't see guys from the fourth company and they have green pauldrons, green marks on the pauldron, but it really doesn't look very good. It clashes pretty much with the yellow, so I'm gonna change him. I gave him a base to stand on, some concrete and metal, and I made his bolter black, and I made all the little bags on his body black. Is a Primaris Marine. So that's probably, we're gonna paint another Primaris. I'm just gonna go get a model, and then we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try some methods to see if I can get it better, because this one got a little bit dirty. Because if this one is a slap chop kind of, and you can see there's areas like on the leg where the paint wasn't put on very well. There's some discrepancies in the paint, so I'm gonna complement it with more paints later. There we go. I made it what's it called? The black carapace. I made it black. I'm gonna make his pauldrons black. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it now before we even do anything else. Let's see here. Black Legion. That was a good paint. So here we go. Black Legion. You be very careful. This is a very strong paint. Let's see here. Now I was using the medium Artificer's layer brush. It's actually really good. I think that's the one I was using anyway. Let's see here. That's a lot of black actually. Hold on. not seeing too well. Gonna have to lean in a little bit. Got some green on the side that I need to cover up a little bit. I have to be careful not to get it on the yellow. Fuck it. I'm making his pauldrons black instead of green. He's gonna look better. It was a... Oh no! Oh well. It was a good idea, but it didn't pan out. Yeah, I need to get the inside too, because it's still green. Doesn't look great. Can you even see? Yeah, you can see what I'm painting. Okay. Sorry I decided to change, but it was very hard to read that book because the font was so small. I'm getting old. And I just kept thinking that this thing didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, so I wanted to fix it up a little bit. Okay. Turning his pauldron into something black instead. I think that's pretty okay. Like, the green... Okay, so they're a Codex compliant chapter, the Imperial Fist, which means that they follow the Codex Astartes. And that means that each chapter has a chapter collar. Each company, this is the 4th company, they have a company collar. And it's usually on the pauldrons, not always. And while it's cool in lore, it doesn't always look very good. Okay, I got some black on his armor, but that's okay. This is underneath the backpack. Okay, so you can already tell this definitely looks better. It still looks pretty dirty. Oh, I saw the BRB screen on text. I'm sorry. Thank you, Zap. Thank you. Let me get rid of that. But yeah, he looks way better now. The black looks a lot better. I'm gonna get rid of the green underneath too. Most of this is done with contrast paints on dry brush surface. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to dry brush same way I did with this guy on the next guy, but after that I'm gonna go over it with wraith bone and white and just polish the areas that I didn't cover that well, so I don't get this kind of dirty brushed on look that I've gotten now. Okay, there we go. One shoulder pad is black, or one pauldron is black edged, and we're gonna do it on the same on the other one. And I'm gonna fix the red on his chest too, because there's a little piece of red missing on one of the feathers of the winged skull, and it bothers me a lot. So let's see here. Okay, can you even see what I'm doing? Is the focus correct on the camera? Let me know if I should change it any. I can't really tell on my end. Gotta get a little bit more black on here. This is still a contrast paint, so it's a little bit translucent. Not quite as translucent as Black Templar black contrast, because that one's pretty pale, almost gray. What's my favorite hex code? 00FF00. That's my favorite hex code. by far is the best one. Really like it. It's got 1,000,001 uses. (00FF00). Look it up, punk. Oh no! Whew. I got it. I just blopped on some black on the pauldron. I'm being a bit messy, but that's okay. I've always wanted to paint Imperial Fists, but painting yellow was always such a pain in the ass until very recently, with the introduction of contrast and stuff. And it's still difficult, but it's nowhere near as hard as it used to be, because Games Workshop yellows have really, really crappy pigments. Hold on. Okay. I think I'm done. Okay, we made this pauldron black instead of green. I think it looks much better. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna dig out another Primaris, and we're going to we can look at this guy first though. There's some stuff that I messed up with him, like one part of his helmet is a little bit redder than the other. I don't even know if you can see it on here, but I accidentally got some red on his helmet here. And there's a couple of areas where the red on his chest seeps out. It's not great. But overall, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Is that... Hold on. Oh, that's metal. Okay. I was like, what is that? What's that white part? But it's metal on his back. I like the design of the Primaris Marines. I think they look pretty cool. So, yeah. Might not have gotten all the green, but I got enough of the green, so it's okay. Okay, let me go get another model. I'll put him down here, and I'll get another one. I also need to get the palette. Hold on. And where's the other one? Oh, super glue fell over. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Are you guys planning to do anything fun for the week? I'm gonna be gone Thursday. I'll come home on Friday, so I hope I'll be able to play Final Fantasy on Friday. But I don't know. I'll try to. Otherwise, it'll be on Sunday. I have a collab on Saturday, probably. Didn't have one this weekend. Didn't pan out. But yeah, might be having a collab on Saturday. And I am now level 70 plus on everyone in the party in Final Fantasy IV. So I'm pretty sure I should be able to beat Zeramus. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I'm getting another model. Now, this one I painted the backpack after I painted this guy, so I think it still came out pretty nice, but it was a bit of a hassle. So here's some heavy bolter guys that I haven't finished yet. I haven't done their backpacks. So that's the thing. I think this was like the prototype of that chapter. I painted it on a Primaris without arms. Don't know why I didn't give him any arms. Here's another one. Interesting, still no arms. Let's see here. This guy has a sword and a broken arm. Where did his arm go? Let's see here. These don't have guns. Oh, but this guy does. Okay. This guy's a sergeant. I'm gonna give him a red helmet. Can you guys give me just a second? I have to go get some more water to drink. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for the sippies. Thank you, I'm gonna sip. I'm gonna drink some more mead. Okay, so this guy is a sergeant. So we're gonna be painting him. Does he have any mole lines? Can't really tell. I don't think so. I think these models came pretty well prepped without mole lines. So that's pretty good. Also, do we have to dry brush this? I mean, do I have to put on more? Does this guy actually have any I don't think he has any paint here. I might have to fix that. Hold on. Where did I put the... Oh, there we go. Vallejo. Okay, so, by the way, I bought primers. This is a airbrush primer. It's an airbrush primer, but it works perfectly fine normally. So I assumed that the other airbrush primers would work perfectly fine too. Guess what? They don't. They work really poorly. I had to remove the paint on the models I used them on because they just turned out horrible. They did not turn out well. They turned out really crappy. So I'm gonna have to invest in an airbrush, I guess. That will be my next investment in this hobby. God, they're very expensive, aren't they? I've never used an airbrush, so I don't know. I don't know if they're easy or difficult to use. I've never used one. But on the other hand, it might help me do base coats quicker, I guess. So that's something. Okay, let's see. Slathering on some more blacks. We're getting nice coverage of black on this guy because I did not do a great spray job on him way back when these models first came out. This is from the new starter box of like 8th edition, I think, or 9th edition, I don't remember. 2017, I think it came out. So these have been around for a while in my box, but I just haven't gotten to painting them. So I'm gonna move this guy over here. Sorry, my gross veiny hands are all over the place. Ew. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're gonna start with a dry brush, just like we do with slap chop. But after that, we're gonna go in and cover. We're gonna go in and like compensate for it with some more just flat colors. I'm just gonna. There we go. Putting this brush away. Wait, this is the small base brush. Okay, I was using the there's another small base brush. I have two small base brushes? Weird. Where's the artificer brush? Okay, we're gonna use a dry brush. So let me get the dry brush out here. It's still kind of wet. Oh, thank you. They're very sensitive little hands. And I have very thin skin, constantly bruise. So We're gonna start by using Wraithbone, not Screaming Skull, but Wraithbone. No, not Pallid Witch Flesh. Not Kislev Flesh. Where's the Wraithbone? There it is. Base coat of Wraithbone. Paint is very goopy and thick. I just bought this. It seems a little too dry almost. Let's see here. Getting quite a dollop of paint, but we're gonna wipe it off. I still haven't done my dry brush palette thing yet, so I'll get to that at some point. The reason I'm using this is because it's a warmer white and I kind of want to get a warmer yellow for the armor. I don't want it to be very cold, so I'm just gonna dry brush. It's kind of a wet dry brush on it, so get a pretty good coverage. You can see there's areas that don't really get a lot of brushing on them because I can't reach them with this fat brush. This wet ass brush, this wab. It's being pretty violent with the dry brushing. Just going ham with the dry brush. And actually, what I'm gonna do with this, I might go over it with Nuln Oil or something just to get it into crevices and stuff. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe a little bit too much paint, but that's okay because the point here isn't that we're dry brushing. We want to get a coat on that doesn't go too much into crevices and stuff, because that's still the point. We want to get some of that shading from a normal dry brush. That's what we're aiming for here. But I do want to get some paint coverage and stuff, because unfortunately if we don't, the yellow really doesn't show up. It does not show up over black. So that's something I learned, is black areas are only really good for really extremely shadowed areas, not otherwise. We don't want to leave a black base coat on something that we are going to cover in paint. Might have to let this dry for a little bit and then apply some more, because I feel like I'm spreading the color around a little bit too much. Okay, also losing bristles left and right. That's no good. I hate that I get little cat hairs all the time. It's so annoying. Okay, let's see here. Is the volume too high on the microphone, by the way? Should I be more quiet, or is it good? Should I lower my volume? And how is the music? Can you hear it? Or is it just me? Okay, let's let this guy dry for a little bit. Even though it's annoying to wait, I'm gonna let him dry for a little bit. Then I'm gonna go over with white. Then I'm gonna apply some... I'm actually gonna do... Yeah, but I'm gonna do a Nuln Oil thing on him. Need to find my Null Oil. I think it's up on my other paints, so let me get it. Okay, let's see here. I'm getting Dunes, Crimson. Just have medium over here, but that's okay. Let's see if where did I put my wash? Shyish purple, like purple nurple, typhus corrosion, green stuff. Let me see here. Oh, they're supposed to be even bigger, right? Agrex Earth Shade. I do have some contrast medium here. That's good. Here we go. Null oil. Got it. I'm gonna mix medium and null oil and just kind of get null oil in all the little crevices so we get some darkening. So I'm gonna do another sweep with this now. Let's see here. Wow, okay. Might need some more paint actually. Hold on. Here we go. Now we got a better layer of wraith bone. So we can do. Still not happy about the leg down here, but we'll get to it. This is still not that much paint, so none of the details are really lost in this model when you do it like this, so it's all good. Okay, let's see here. Hold on. That was hair on his torso, but it's not. It's just a weird line. Yeah, he's so... Right now, he's barely showing up because of the lighting, but that's okay. Let's see here. There's a part here under his arm that I can't really reach with the brush, so I'm gonna have to go in there with a normal brush. I might actually do that now. I'm gonna fix it up a little bit with a normal brush before we move on to the white. So let me get some wraith bone out. Where did I put it? Okay, there it is. now I'm just gonna, oops. I'm just gonna complement and add a little bit of Wraithbone to, wow. This brush was very, very stiff. Uh-oh. That's no good. Gotta mix the paint a little bit more. Just getting sort of an even coat of it. Gotta thin your paints a little bit, but I don't do that because I suck at painting. So there we go. So we get a little bit better coverage on these parts. Especially back here. I'm gonna get some paint on the back leg. Because we want to make sure that the yellow doesn't turn completely dark on some parts of the ceramite armor, because it looks kind of weird. Okay, there we go. Making sure we have some good Wraithbone consistency. Could have sprayed him with Wraithbone, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. I don't have that available to me at the moment, so just gonna have to make do with what we got. Especially here on the pauldron, I'm gonna get a little bit of water and spread on some more of this so we get a more even spread on these large open surfaces, because they do look kind of wonky if you don't get a good spread on the paint there. Painting Space Marines is very different from painting Tyranids or Orcs. A lot of large open surfaces, not that many busy details. There's a couple of stuff that needs to stand out. Like you want to make sure the purity seals and the bolters and stuff, like they pop on the model, so it's not just the color of the armor. It's really hard to, you gotta make sure that you complement the armor color. Like red and black work really well with yellow. Green, as we saw, green and blue, not so much. They're kind of bad paints to complement the yellow with, so don't use those. Okay, gonna put a little paint on his crotch, on his pengis. There we go. Just make it pop a little. Pop the pengis. And the knee pad as well. Okay, there we go. I think that's a decent, let's get some under his arms actually. Because like I said last time, Bokudoku, hola. Oh, hello Bokudoku. Bokudoku. Your girlfriend's been painting a lot of Age of Sigmar, very based. Tell your girlfriend she's amazing and that I worship her. She's a goddess. Thank you for thinking my fingers are cute. Thank you, I appreciate it. Even though I got a bunch of paint on them and they're all gnarly and stuff. Thank you. That's very nice. I'm very self-conscious about my hands, so I usually don't like showing them, so streaming with them is scary. Okay, there we go. A little bit more of his face. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna say this actually... Oh, got some more on this leg, then we're done. I was gonna say this coverage is done, but it's not. It's important to get a good, even color. A lot of people like to be like, oh, well, there's battle damage and stuff like that, but I think Space Marines really should have like pristine armor, unless you're playing 30k. 30k, I feel like it's more have more battle damage and be dirtier, but 30k, I feel like the power armor is so sacred. They probably have servitors just like running around hosing them down constantly. They don't get too dirty. Okay, let's see here. Nice dancing little dinosaur. Need to move the water, it's too far away. Okay. Almost done. Putting the water here, I'm like 90% positive I'm gonna tip it by accident at some point. Oh, I gotta get more paint on here. Sorry I didn't do the reading. I should have, but I just went like, oh, I really want to paint more. So I hope that's okay with everyone. Painting Tyranids, you get a whole other appreciation for Space Marine models. They're worth so many more points in this game. So you can take your time with Space Marines. Paint a small kill team, and then once you're happy with those, paint some more, and then paint some more. Like slowly expand your inventory of models. Don't buy a whole massive war something in the beginning, because then it's going to take a million billion years to finish, and you're going to want to speed through it. And it's fun to take your time and paint. Okay, gotta get a little bit more on the leg over here. Man. I'm gonna be spending the whole stream just painting this one dude. Oh yeah, there's a whole part on the leg here that I missed that doesn't have any paint on it. Hold on. Whew. That would have looked really bad. Oh no, the camera! All the time, I hate this. I'm gonna see if I can get a different USB cable. See if that's gonna help it. Or maybe unplug some USB stuff, like my controller, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but let me just finish up this coating and then I'll put the camera back on. I just gotta unplug it and plug it in again. Literally just try restarting it. Almost done. Just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Still not done with the coating though. I got some more places I need to give a bit more color to. I like to paint the body separate from the backpack and sometimes the weapon too, especially with these guys because the weapons are kind of big and they get in the way a little bit. So you want to, like, if you can, paint the guy first and then add the rest after. Okay, we're gonna dry brush on some white now on this guy. Actually, should we do the... I think we're gonna do the shading first, actually. Let's get the... where is it? Null oil. Let me shake that up first. Put that here. And we're gonna get... Let's go with the... No, wait. What's the other brush I was using? Small base brush. We'll use this one. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take null oil and put it over here. And we're gonna use some medium to make it a little bit more flowy. Still pretty flowy, but we're gonna get... Let's see, where do I have the medium? Okay, a blob of medium. Let's get some more null oil in there. Oh, he did a little pirouette. Okay, let's see here. So what you can do is basically you can push it away to where it should be a little bit when it's this runny. And obviously I've got a lot on my brush, so I can wipe it off on another part. Can transfer some of it onto other parts. And there we go. Get some on the arm on here. This is how I used to paint before. Often I would paint in like a white or off-white, and then I'd use a wash to sort of get all the shadows, and then I'd cover it again so I wouldn't get things being too dark. And it's a pretty good technique in general. It pops out the details, give you some shading, and it's much more accurate than dry brushing is. So this is a good technique to use on Space Marines because, again, you also get all the big open surfaces. You can kind of wipe away some of the null oil into the corners. You can even use a dry brush, not a dry brush, but a dry brush to sort of collect up dirty paint. Well, we're not going to do that. You can kind of push the wash into places or over places. Still gives a bit of a dark, grimy tone to everything, which is not ideal, but we'll have to do. I'm gonna just put some unmixed null oil here. I don't think it actually matters that much because we made it kind of messy anyway, and I didn't have enough medium in here to make it very runny. Let's just use normal null oil. Null oil. It's a very, very useful wash that together with like Agrex's Earth Shade really just ups the shading a lot. See, we're getting these really dark corners of the shoulder pads. I actually think that the shoulder pads on these models are the same shoulder pads they used for the smaller ones. So I think they're almost identical in terms of size. They look way smaller on these models because these models obviously have more proportioned body. Their body is way bigger and more realistic looking than the bodies of the old Space Marine, because those were what is called a heroic proportion. Heroic proportion enhances, or rather emphasizes, stuff like weapons, head, and generally just like details that people want to pay attention to in like a model. So a human body, very small, like the head would be very hard to spot on a tabletop unless you make it a little bit bigger. So they made some stuff bigger, they made some stuff smaller, and it looks really good. But now they sort of have the technology to blend the two a little bit. So this is not 100% realistic proportions, but it's definitely more so than the old model. And Games Workshop also decided to introduce these guys as a lore thing too. So it's not just that they changed the design of the models, they implemented the new Marines, the Primaris, as sort of like the next step in Space Marine evolution. Sort of bring back the fight, because it looked really bleak for a while, but now it's not as bleak. And also Girly Man woke up, the Primarch of the Ultramarines, and the Primarchs are really, really powerful. There's a couple of Demon Primarchs, the Traitor Primarchs, that are faffing about, doing all sorts, being up to all sorts. But I think only the Lion and Girly Man are the Primarchs, the loyal Primarchs that are awake. A few of them got lost in the warp along the way. A few of them have died, or are at least believed to be dead. But I think both the Lionel Johnson and Girly Man were like asleep, so they have been brought back. And the Lion very recently. Lionel Johnson is the Primarch of the Dark Angels, the emo Marines. Sanguinius is very, very dead. He's the Primarch of the Blood Angels. He got kaboomed by Horus very badly during the Horus Heresy, so there's no way he's coming back. I mean, I'm not going to put it beyond Games Workshop, but it's highly unlikely that he's coming back. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, as you can see, the null oil is really getting into all the little crevices. We are going to have to, again, do a slight brush up on a lot of the details, because they are going to get darkened by the null oil because it's so dark. And we don't want to put yellow straight onto this null oil, because that is going to make it look very matte and muted. And Imperial Fists are not matte and muted, they are brightly yellow. Unless you're doing grim dark painting, and again, I don't like that style very much. I think they should have shining armor. They're supposed to be like knight or warrior monks of the Imperium. So I like it more when they're like larger than life, really bright and shining. So okay. Yeah, it occurs to me that I haven't painted a Space Marine on stream before. Boop boop. Hello, Nakapu. Nakabonk. How are you doing? Hi. Hello. I was gonna read a book, and I read a book a little bit, but then I was like, no, I wanna paint modules. So we're doing a painting stream. How are you doing? Okay. He's kind of dirty right now, this guy. We're gonna go another layer on him and a dry brush. Should I dry brush or should I just use normal paint? I'm gonna use normal paint actually. Just a little bit. Might seem counterproductive, but I think it's gonna be better if I don't dry brush actually. So let me get back the Wraith bone. Might just dry brush a little bit of white on it, just a very gentle bit of dry brush. How is this paint already so thick? Looks like something else very thick and creamy white. Okay, let's see here. You can't even throw things at me because I've turned that feature off. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the head pats, cravings. Okay, I'm gonna put head pad on. Thank you. There we go. Thank you for the drink to stretch. Thank you, human error. Human Eeyore. Are you Eeyore? He's actually one of my favorite Disney characters, Eeyore. I like him a lot. Poor little donkey. He's one of my favorite Disney characters. Not my favorite. I don't know if he's my favorite. I have a lot of favorites. Eeyore. Yarp. Yeah, what I'm doing now is I'm just doing a very light polish. Just getting... Oh, this brush is very bristly. Oh, it's not looking good. I might have to change brush. Oh no, too much water. Okay, there we go. I don't know if I need to do this, but I feel like I have more control over this than with a dry brush. Oh, sorry, I'm not talking a lot. It's a little difficult to do this painting. I had to keep my tongue in the middle of my mouth. Is that a saying in English too? Tunga mitt i mun. We say that in Swedish when we have to really concentrate on something. I don't think it's coming out very well, to be honest. I feel like I might need to use a bit more paint, but I need to keep it thin. But yeah, maybe I shouldn't mix it out so much with water. This armor is much, much easier to paint than the old, smaller Space Marines, because those were kind of finicky. These are much cleaner and have a bigger surface in general. I feel like they're a little more forgiving. If I could actually see what I'm doing, which I can barely do. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Very focused, Froggo. This is true. This is true. I am very concentrated. I'm very impatient, so I never let the paint dry as much as I should, which is not a good thing. Rest well, Leoric. I'll find your son. Wop, wop, wop. Wop, wop. No, not cute noises. Your cute noise. No, 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 no. Meow, 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 meow. I feel like I am not being very optimal with the time I'm using on this guy, but oh, this is a lot of paint. That's okay. We gotta really cover up this. This side of the leg is very problematic. It's causing me a lot of grief. Let's see here. Okay, let's go for the crotch area. Okay, and the belt. And there we go. Quad piece. Boom. Remember that time when Obi-Wan Kenobi saved all those Jewish workers during the Holocaust? That was pretty cash money of him. I need to rewatch Schindler's List. I haven't seen it in ages. I haven't seen it since I was like 13 or 14, I think. Barely even remember what happens in it. I mean, there are certain things I definitely remember, but... Not Obi-Wan Kenobi, I meant Qui-Gon Jinn, sorry. Not Obi-Wan Kenobi. Pretty poggers. Yeah, it was pretty based. Real Chad move. Very Skibidi Ohio of him. I mean, it's coming out okay, but I feel like I might have just done something super redundant with this. Okay, let's see here. But it's okay, we're just painting for fun. Oh my god, it's been almost 2 hours. Oh no. Based on what? Based on poggers. Poggers. It's very Skibidi Riz. They call me the Rizzler of Ohio, you know that? In your paints. Never. Hail to the king. Oh, long live the king. Scar, my brother, help me. Long live the king. Great that we'll soon be connected. The king who we all time adore. Of course, quid pro quo, you're expected to take certain duties aboard. The future is littered with prices. No, no. The choice that I must empathize is you won't get a sniff without me. So prepare for the coup of the century. Be prepared. Hello, Deagle Dawn. We're painting a Space Marine. I was first very happy with my slap chopped Imperial Fist, and then I was like, wait a minute, I can do better than this. So we're painting another one. I painted a Imperial Fist. Posted him on the Discord and on Twitter, but not on Blue Sky. Also, I read somewhere, rather it was linked to me, that a lot of AIs are actually trained, especially on art, on Blue Sky. Okay, I'm gonna show it. Hold on. Here's the guy. We repainted his pauldrons black because they were green. It didn't look great, so we're painting another one. And now I'm doing it. My Blue Sky is Kukukairo VT. It's the same as my Twitter handle, Kukukairo one word VT. So it's all together in one word. But yeah, I heard that Blue Sky also Paul Allen. Let's look at Paul Allen's Space Marine. No. Paul Allen knows how to blend his colors. He does non-metallic metals. It's no fair. Paul Allen is a freaking paint autist. He doesn't hang with people. He just sits at home painting Space Marines upon Space Marines. Paul Allen has entered Golden Demon like 4 times. It's no fair. Nice eggshell white. He's so mad because Paul Allen is a fucking idiot. Here we go. No socializing, only Space Marines. Exactly. The God Emperor wouldn't like nothing else. There's no escape from AI scraping the internet if it's posted on public. Yeah. Like, I mean, all things aside, there's other reasons I'm slowly moving to Blue Sky. Mostly, honestly, I don't like Musk that much, and I'll leave it at that. I'm not a big fan of Elon. But that's about it, I guess. I'm not super, like, I do feel, and I don't know how to say this in the nicest possible way, but I do feel a lot of people are a little bit too online. And, like, I get a lot of socializing offline. I'm one of those autistic people who fake being normal. So, like, the internet is mostly a place I go to chill. It's not like my home anymore. It used to be a little bit. So I feel I have trouble getting worked up about certain things. Really, a lot of stuff doesn't really bother me online. I guess I've gotten old. I don't know. Deleting all social media except Discord and Twitch is good. Hello, Eventide. Blue Sky has no music. That's true. How are you doing? How's your day going? Yeah. Blue Sky doesn't have music. I had no idea. Skibbity bum bum bum. I will never get over the fact that this fucking Skibbity toilet meme came after Queen from One Piece doing the Skibbity. There's okay, LRI saying yes, you watch horror movies. You watch even more horror movies? Well, I mean, I guess it's October, so that makes sense. But, like, there was an edit of Queen from One Piece doing the Skibbity, and that was way before the freaking Skibbity toilet. So I'm not a big fan of Skibbity Toilet getting the limelight, stealing it from one of the coolest One Piece bad guys ever. I love Queen. Queen is great. Queen is also probably Frankie's dad, which is pretty cool. Before he got all big and round and pure muscle. He basically looks like Obelisk from Asterix. Obelix. Skimmity bum 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 bum. Queen the band? No, Queen the evil scientist working for what's his name? Kaido. It's one of Kaido's commanders. He created a virus that turns people into blue ogres. But I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs. It's literally Queen. Queen is great. Zoom 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 zoom. Da 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 funk. Do 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 zoom 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 zoom. Zoom 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 zoom. Na ni na da da na na ni na 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 na. Da 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 na 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 no. No, my camera! Is this some weeb stuff? Yes, it is. It's One Piece. One Piece is about to end, by the way. It's been going on for ages. People being extremely mad at all stuff online don't confuse me. So much energy wasted. Oh, come on, dude. I just got you working again. Okay, there we go. It's never gonna end. Yes, it is. It's ending 2025. He's announced it. As long as he doesn't like fall sick or die or something, it's gonna end. It's definitely about to wrap up. Do people really care that much over insignificant drama over like some people they never met and will meet? Yeah. I mean, there's professional drama mongers online for sure that really only dig up people's receipt and be like, oh, you said this terrible thing 20 years ago. You never apologized for it. And it's like, okay, literally whatever. It's stupid. Now, don't get me wrong. I love gossip. But gossip is only fun when you can whisper about it in secret behind people's backs. No. Gossip can be hurtful. Especially if you share it with people who don't know how to chill. Okay. It's turning out pretty okay. The One Piece was the friends we made all along the way. No, it wasn't, you fucking moron. You nincompoop. You imbecile. You absolute troglodyte. The One Piece is obviously Rufy's mom. Femme crocodile. I will die on this hill. We need Femme Croc. We need her so bad. On this hill, I mean, not rock. Does she also do stretch? Maybe. Can't care disease. I like gossip, but I don't like. How do I say this? Like, I think if you are online, I mean, no, if you're a celebrity, there's gonna be a certain level of people talking about you. If you're an online personality, if you put yourself out there, you are gonna be talked about, and not all of it is gonna be great. It's always been that way. It's always gonna be that way. You can't just be like, you're not allowed to say mean things about me online. Like, then don't post anything online. You're making yourself available to all these people by being online. And being online isn't a human necessity to survive. You don't draw nutrients from being on the internet, I hope. Zumo, 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 zumo. Zumo, 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 zumo. Zumo, 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 zumo. Na 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 da da na 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 na. Fun. The siren call of online pictures. Yes. Did you get that cute pic I sent you? Hey Birdman, did you get that thing I sent you? Birdman's a good show. It gets funnier the longer it hasn't been around. Like me. Yeah, I put myself online. If people talk crap about me, that's okay. I'm an online personality. It just comes with the territory. If I didn't want that to happen, I shouldn't be streaming. Also, a lot of people just tie their identities to one online persona, so they're very easy to track and harass. Don't do that. Have different accounts for different things. There's a reason I didn't name my 40k lore channel Kuku Kairu's 40k lore. I wanted it to be a little bit separated, at least by some layers. But now I revealed it, but I'm probably not going to do it the other way around. Zoomo, 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 zoomo. See how much my hands shake? They're really shaky fingies. I could have just done this right away, but no. I had to make it more complicated for myself. Can't even see. Fuck the brushes. There we go. YouTuber famous, the worst kind of famous. I don't know if I'm famous. Me having made a new online identity for professional stuff so I can continue not hinge on this one. Yeah, exactly. Just keep things separated. You have everything to win and nothing to lose from that. This is going pretty well, although again, could have just done this from the beginning. Oh, oops. Well, spoke too soon. That's okay, it's gonna be his hair, so that's gonna be another color. Yeah. Importantly, I made that new identity hot. Ooh. Ooh. Enchanté. Enchanté. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Sorry this is taking so long. I don't even know if I'm going to dry brush this, to be honest, with white. Because I feel like we're already... No, I'm probably going to do that. Do a slight white dry brush over this. See if I can get some edge highlighting on. I love edging. When you get to decide on how you are, you might as well make yourself hot, cute, scary, whatever you want. Exactly. You are who you are. You get to decide who you are online. That's the good part about being online. I'm not having steady hands myself. Seeing this makes me think I might have a shot painting minis at some point. Yes, a lot of it is about... Ooh. Ooh. Tip the paint can over, but it's so thick that it didn't pour out. A lot of it is about, like, breathing and also, like, how you're holding your hands while you're painting. Stuff like that. You should try painting minis, it's fun. It's a very time-consuming hobby, but it's also a very fun hobby. And there's so many different ways to approach it. I really like that. We want to get a really smooth, even white on the shoulder pads because it's going to be very obvious if we don't. Oh, no, hold on. Oh, no, you don't. Damn it, I hate it when they get too wet. Baby Imperial Fists are yellow. I'm 40 core lore expert. I watch 8 lore videos on YouTube and you're painting them white. You are so stupid. I am so stupid. Pluv, you're so right.
Giro, giro, giro. Giro, 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 giro. Giro, giro, giro. Giro, giro. Giro, 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 giro. Giro, giro, giro.
I am painting Imperial Fisters. Exactly. It's a successor chapter. They're white so that all the blood and fecal matter will show up so much better. They go in dry, by the way. Bite down on the pillows, sweetheart. That is going up the floor. It looks pretty cute. It's pretty cute. I like the nerd emoji. Okay, shoulder pads are going to be painted black, so we don't really need to, on the edges anyway, the trims. So that'll be fine. Did I just show the other Space Marine, or did I just not do it? Because, Pluv, I actually have another painted yellow. This is, I basically dry brushed this guy. I did the slap chop, and it came out okay. But you can see there's some areas where the paint really didn't, like I didn't get a lot of paint on him. So he's a little bit darkish gray, dark in places, which is not great. So that's why we're doing this the proper way, the way I used to paint before I had washes. So it takes really long and the results are subpar. I love it. Since we've been painting Tyranids and orcs and stuff, we've been doing a lot of slap chop, so it's fun to you know, mix it up a bit and do something else for a little bit. I need to get more paint on this leg here. There we go. Tyranid, hi Nagi. Yeah, painted some Tyranids. You want to see them? I could show them. I like them. They turned out pretty okay. Haven't painted a lot of them, mind you. I've only really painted on stream. This Imperial Fist was like the first guy I painted off stream in a long time. So hence why I'm doing this one, because I really want to try out, see if this turns out any better. Slap chop works wonders when you're painting orcs or Tyranids or other units that are kind of messy and full of details and stuff. But slap chop doesn't work that well with large open pieces of armor like with the Tau or Space Marines. Jury's still out on Imperial Guard though. They look okay, I guess. Hold on, let me get the Tyranid in a second. Okay. Grisale. What is a Grisale? I don't know what that is. Okay, let me get some nibs. So these guys were done with that Grisale style. Hold on. Let me get them. Not this one. This one was done with just... But yeah, this one. I think... No, not this one. Yeah, this one. This was slap chop. Actually, I think... Yeah, this one too, actually. That's true. This one turned out better, I think. Very nice iron within iron without cuck. Hi, Irving. How are you? Hey, it turned out okay. The light is a little strong, so green boy, yeah. But actually, I like this one most. I did this one on stream. I really like how it turned out. This is like Ghostly Visage, like 4 layers of it, so it got like a purple hue. I got Mountain Dew Nids, you're right. I love Mountain Dew. I especially love how it dews my mountain. Until I... There we go. Now we get a nice, smooth eggshell white on the shoulder pad. It's gonna look wonderful with the Imperial Fist contrast paint, which is just so deliciously yellow. Very strong contrast. It gets on really well. Only need like 1.5 layers of it roughly to really get that nice contrast paint going. What we're doing now is basically we use Nuln Oil to do some shading, some shady shading, and now we're just kind of painting back the Wraith Bone to make sure that the yellow is properly saturated once we start doing the contrast or painting, which is going to happen very soon. Come Marine. Doing good. My 40 camera depends on who I'm trolling that day. Did you guys know that I have a 40k lore channel? Should I link it? I'm sure you're all already following it. And if you're not, I'm gonna cry. I started a lore channel called Archivist Tenebrarius. Oh! Ah, yeah, I do. It's called Archivist Tenebrarius. I'll post a link to it in chat in a second. And I've been doing like very small YouTube shorts and TikTok shorts with lore, but since there are so many serious lore channels out there, I'm doing them a little bit goofy, a little bit tongue-in-cheek. Let's make a command. I really should. Hold on though, I'm gonna get it. Let's see here. Where's YouTube? Where is YouTube? And here we go. My channel. Here we go. I don't even know if you can tell that the voice is mine because they sound very different. Some people don't really care for the vox modulation. Some people really like it. I was very on the fence if I should keep using it, but I decided that I will because I like it a lot. I think it has a lot of character to it. That's the real voice. Yeah, it is. That's how I normally talk. Shut up, dear furry. Okay, we're almost done. I don't think we need to do much on the gun, though. Maybe on the brown part. Check the shorts. That's where most of the stuff is on, by the way. Pluve, no. The shorts are the funny ones. I've done some longer videos, but they're not that funny. I really like my short lore videos. The Inquisition is one of my favorites. Or the 15 hours one about the lifespan on the Imperial Guard. They're fun. Okay, I feel like this guy might be ready for a wash. I am going to dry brush him with some white before though, so we get a little bit of edge highlighting. I've been saying he's about ready for like 30 minutes now. Okay, let's get some dry brushing on, and then we can move on to the yellow. Here we go. We're gonna use this big brush, which has some. Okay, here we go. I don't even know if it's doing anything. I think it is. Yeah, it is definitely doing something. Oh yeah, it's doing something all right. Okay, this is good. Oh, I hate the Grey Knights. I actually have a huge issue with both the Custodes and the Grey Knights. I really don't like them. Because it's like, we're actually Space Marines, but even cooler. And then the Custodes go, we're even cooler than Custodes. I mean, than Grey Knights. Like, shut up. Nobody cares. Leave. They are Space Marines, but even cooler. This is true. That's what I don't like about them. Okay. It's time. It's time to time. Let's go with the yellow. Where is it? Where did I put it? Imperial Fist. Here we go. It's time to tame. Let's see here. Oh, that's a nice yellow. It's a very, very strong pigment in this yellow. It covers very, very well. I really like it. This is like the 2nd gen contrast paints, so it doesn't create the same shadows that the old contrast paints used to do. Like there was, I think it's Beyond the Dark Sun or something. No, not the Beyond the Dark. Well, there's one yellow anyway that is like orangey. So if you get large patches of it on armor, it will actually make the armor have like orange blotches on them, which does not look great. Not so much with this one, actually. This one is much better. On the other hand, you also don't get a lot of shading with this one, which is an issue. So that's why you kind of got to do it yourself. So it's a little bit more difficult to get fast results with. That's okay. This is already turning out so much better than the other guy. So much better. Very happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, happy. I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs. Oh, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy. Joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. The helmet is going to be red, though, because he is a sergeant. Ooh, almost dropped the brush. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. But yeah, I started the lore channel less than 2 weeks ago, and so far the results have been really good. I'm very excited about what's to come. I am full of little ideas. And again, the videos are really quick to make because they're short, but I do add the subtitles and stuff in After Effects, or no, in Premiere. And Premiere is still buggy for me for some reason, so sometimes I have to do some stuff to, because it's like, I don't know where the video is. Like, but it's right there. It's just a file. It's like, no, I don't know how to use it. So I have to do that manually, or like, get it back in again. I hate Adobe. Yeah, look at this. Bright yellow. Truly a son of Dorn with the pain gloves. I like the Imperial Fist because they're masochists, and I am a masochist, so it all works out. I love pain. Oh well, I didn't do a lot of color onto this leg, so that's not great, but that's okay. Nobody's gonna look there. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs. What is that? What is up with sucking eggs? Didn't Gollum's grandma teach him to suck eggs too, or something? Isn't that a thing that he learned from his grandma? I know nothing of egg sucking. I like, it's weird. Are you like sucking a raw egg? Is that what's going on? Is that's not good for you? Eating raw eggs is generally not a good idea. Especially in America, they have like all kinds of diseases in them and stuff. America. Oh, America. I really like the Mandarin of Iron Man 3. I thought it was an interesting villain. Up until the reveal, then I thought he was a really, really boring villain and I hated him. Oh no. Mandarin fans had the rough in the MCU, yeah. But yeah. I haven't watched a Marvel movie since I watched the first Spider-Man movie. I think that was the last Marvel movie I watched. I mean, I watched Endgame, but chronologically, that's the last one I watched. Oh, that was a scroll. That was a purity seal on his arm. I thought that was like, is that his arm connected to the gun? I didn't know what it was. Look at this beautiful boy. Look what they did to my boy. A beautiful boy. Very, very bright yellow. I love it. Have you painted any quar? What's a quar? What is a quar? I don't know what a quar is. Hello, Charred Orange, by the way. Is Spider-Man really Marvel? Kind of. It's kind of Marvel, isn't it? I don't know what a quar is. Quarians? Isn't that from like Star Wars? No, that's from Mass Effect. Quar. Quar's from another typical game called Quars Wars. Oh wait, is that like the weird guy that looks kind of like Charlie from Smiling Friends? The big yellow nose guy? I haven't painted any of those. No, I've only really painted Citadel miniatures. I'm sorry. or Warhammer. But I have seen it on YouTube several times recommended to me. Hey, Pim, I know it's their job to help this guy and all that, but I love Charlie. I'm drinking my own homemade apple and vanilla mead. With just a touch of cinnamon in it. It's very good. Okay, I'm gonna do red now, I think. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back on the helmet and get, because I got a little bit of yellow on the helmet, I'm gonna cover that up a little bit. And I'm gonna do the same on the winged skull, because I got some yellow on there too. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Okay, let's go on with the red. I love kids, Charlie. I love kids. I wouldn't be screaming that if I was you. No, I can't do a good Zach impression. But, God, I love Smiling Friends so much. It's one of my absolute favorite series. I watch Only Plays religiously. Oh, you're probably asking because, because of... Oh, hold on. Because of... I did some edits. What am I making? I'm making an Imperial... I'm making Imperial Fists. Those are... That's my VTuber. I'm making an Imperial Fist Space Marine. Space Marines. No, it is the enemy who will die. Commander Boreal. Okay, where is the bald red? That's the red we're using for this stuff. It's a really deep, intense red. It gets everywhere if I'm not careful. So I gotta be careful. Okay, so he's a sergeant, so he's getting a red helmet. So that's why we are painting the helmet red. And with green lenses, probably. Although I'm not sure if they should be glowing when he's not wearing the helmet, but I guess they can be. Don't really matter that much. Oh no, I got some red on one of the bags. I'm gonna have to fix that later. Thing is, you kind of want to slather on the contrast paint a little bit so you get all the little crevices, but you don't want to use too much just in case you get the paint where you don't want it to go. It's gotta be bright red. There we go. Fuck it, I'll make the skull on the forehead red too, it doesn't matter. What's your favorite Smiling Friends episode? Mine is, oh god. Mine is any episode with Mr. Frog in it. I love Mr. Frog. Hello, I'm Mr. Frog. This is my show. I eat the bug. This is the end. I love you. Helmet stays on during the purging. Yeah, I don't know why this guy's got his helmet taken off. I don't like it. Oh, Mr. Frog, this is my show. I eat the bug. This is the end. I love you. Yeah, the Mr. Frog show is just so good. I mean, I don't like seasons 12 to 19. I feel like they're a little bit redundant. Not a lot happens there and a lot of character development. But on the other hand, Oh gosh, I used way too much red here. I'm gonna have to fix that. On the other hand, so many of the earlier seasons were very experimental, and there was a lot of unnecessary character development and drama and stuff added. Especially around season 9, it was very like, guys, it's just a show. We don't need this like constant tension going on in the show. So, oh my goodness, I really pooped the goose on this red here. I got red all over his torso. That's okay, we're gonna fix it.
I'm Mr. Frog. This is my show. I eat the bug.
Thank you. That makes me happy that you thought it was a good impression. I love Mr. Boss too. Mr. Boss is great. Hello. Hello, I am Alan. Hello, Alan. Hello, Mr. Landlord. I just wanted to check if you wanted to hang out, smoke some weed, fill our bellies with diet soda, and play Burnout's Revenge for the PS2. If I had my iconic Wembley gun right now. Season 2, episode 3, very controversial. Yeah, that one. I tried to watch Mr. Frog's show on HBO, and I tell you, I think they might have actually like removed it from the episode list. And I mean, I get it why they would do that, because honestly, I don't think anyone should watch it. But as someone who watched it when it went live, it's kind of weird that I don't get to rewatch it. That I sort of have to turn to like semi-illegal means to watch it. I had to watch it on like a VPN. On like live leaks and stuff, which is kind of weird, but I guess if that's the only place I can get it, that's the only place I can get it. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna fix his torso here. I feel like I had a little bit of red still on the brush. Everybody who licks their brushes are automatically superior model painters. That's just how it is. Okay. Come on. I guess I'm really good. Okay, now we go back with the red. Whew, that was close. I almost tipped the red over. I am green and I am retired. I've been saying it for years. Green and I'm retired. Okay, and the purity seals on his bolter. Let's see here. I do feel like the bolters in Space Marine 2 are a little bit like underpowered. I don't know. Maybe the aliens are just that powerful. Okay, and now more yellow on the chest. Thank you for the stretch, Leonard. Thank you. Yeah, this guy is turning out vastly superior to his predecessor. Okay, let's see here. No, we got some red in there. I hate that. Okay, here we go. Still got red on it. God damn it. Oh. Okay, thank you for the drinks. I don't use it while I'm painting. I don't use the making piss while I'm painting because it can catch me off guard and scare me. Okay, so Wraithbone. I gotta fix some more. This is annoying. Okay, I think that's good. Now let's put some Wraithbone on the purity seal here because I thought that it was armor for some reason. Sorry, I'm not showing it, but it's very small. Okay, there we go. Okay, now yellow again. The areas we painted over. It's a very thankful paint to use because it doesn't really darken if you paint more layers of it. Hello, Brayley. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh, this guy's turning out really good. I'm very happy with how he's turning out. Although he's got a weird lump on his leg, I don't know if I can do anything about that. Everyone's different. That's okay. Brayley, how are you doing? I don't know what did I say that that made you say that's what she said, because I don't remember what I said. Okay, let's give green googly ooglies to the helmet. Very small amount of green, and here we go. Let's see here. Oh no! Oh no, the eye got red in it. That's okay, it's fine. Just add a little bit more green. I don't show it because it's very small. Well, that's what he said. Okay, there we go. We're also gonna use two different blacks. We're gonna use Black Templar Black, and then we're gonna use the other black, which I never remember what it's called. I'm just gonna find them. Hold on. Where are you? Sagor Brown, no. Wait, do I have them out? I have Black Legion out, but I need Black Templar too. Black Templar. So Black Templar is not as dark or as dense as Black Legion. So we're gonna use Black Templar first, and then we're gonna get Black Legion on top of that. This one can cause some problems if we're not careful. But let's see here. We're gonna do it on, oh, that's a little bit too much. There we go. All the gear is gonna have black. Oh, that's a lot of black. Hold on. Yeah, that was a little over zealous with the Black Templar. Black Templars being overzealous? Pff, never. And we're gonna also use it on the joints, because I recently found out that that's actually the black carapace. I didn't know that. I thought it was just like armor joints. So let's see here. We're gonna use, let me put the black over here. Oh no! We're gonna paint all the little joints with this black. So and here okay, got that one. Let's get some more. I thought the black carapace was under all the armor, but apparently the joint stuff is the black carapace, so I guess I was wrong. Okay. He's coming out pretty okay, I think. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh well, I'll fix it later. There we go. Okay. Whew. And now we're gonna do black on all the gear. So it's gonna be a little bit gray. Oh no. Oh well. Gonna be a little bit grayish. It's okay, because that's gonna be like the edges. I'm gonna have to repaint a lot of places on this model, but that's okay. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. Ah. Well, c'est la vie. I'm just gonna get the gun. There we go. And on this side too. Marathon stream. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna stream just 2 hours today because I was tired, and then I sort of changed my mind, and I went for painting, and now here we are, almost 3 hours in. This brush is a little bristled, which is not great. Yum 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 yum.
Mama, mama, mama. Mama, mama. Mama, 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 mama. Meow, meow, meow.
Okay, I gotta do the other layer of black now. Let's see. Now for that, we're gonna use Black Legion. This is a much darker black. So we're gonna use that as like a... Or either we're gonna use the previous Black Templar as like a edge color. Okay, let's see here. There we go. And we're gonna use it on the gun too. Because the Black Templar Black is a little matte, kind of. So I like to spruce it up with some Black Legion black. It's a little too much black, I think, but it's okay. 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 Getting there. What color should his hair be? Hmm. Blue. Nah. Green. Sparkling bear flesh. Dark oath flesh. How dark is dark oath flesh? I don't think it's super dark. Nope, it's pretty good. Maybe gray. Let's go with skeletal horde. Burp. Kind of weird ass blonde, I guess. I don't know. It works. It works. Oh, I forgot the black on the shoulders too. Hold on. Yeah, we're just gonna go with Black Legion immediately, and hope for and pray to the God Emperor that we don't fuck this up. Oh, this is the Artificer brush. That's the one I was supposed to be using. Hold on. These are the really good high quality brushes. I am poking my tongue out while painting this. I hate painting these things. This is Black Legion, okay. No. No. I got black on the pauldron. It's really hard to paint these. Oh well. Oh, that was way too much. This is something I like to do. If I'm spill color, I like wash it out with water, which makes it a little easier to remove in theory. but it doesn't always work that well. Oh, blech. Blech. Probably my least favorite part on paint on Marines, to be honest, are the pauldrons. They're annoying, they never turn out right. Crap. Oh well. Immediately I fuck up. Come on. Come on, cuckoo. For the Emperor. Oh, reset. Wish I could speedrun this and just like restart continuously over and over until I got it right. It's like, it's passable, but it's messy, and it ruined the really good job we did on the white for the yellow. But I can't be fucked right now. Okay. It's still coming out pretty okay, all in all. We're just another brick in the wall. You're just another brick at the door. Bounce, 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 bounce. Ooh, let me in now. Hello, Ambjorn. Yes, Warhammer 40k. You're painting Imperial Fists. We have to do some fixes because I got a little too much black on the pauldron, so we're doing some emergency paint fix. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Sorry, you probably can't really see what I'm doing, but it's because I gotta do some high precision surgery on this guy, and it's a little difficult. Okay, and then here on top. Okay, he is getting there. He's almost done. Had to do some patchwork on his shoulders to get rid of some excess black from the trims. Now we just got the metal left, I think, and that's about it. We're gonna put some red on the gun, on the Aquila, and on the no, not on the Aquila, the wing skull, and on the. Wait, I can't actually cover that in paint because I painted it black because I'm dumb. We'll paint it Wraithbone. It's okay. I think the magazine should have like an accent of red on it. I like that. I hope they sell a million, billion, thousand suns models, because I really like the Thousand Suns. I might actually paint them at some point. Okay, we got the red on that one. We gotta get some more red on the Purity Seal. There we go. Now we're gonna do some Wraithbone on the winged skull, so we can actually, where did I put it? There. So we can actually give it a red coat. Sorry, it's so far away from the camera. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, we need a little bit more color on. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do some more red on that skull, but first we're gonna do yellow on the shoulders now that they've dried. First a little bit of black though. Seal up that shoulder that got a little messed up. There we go. Gotta make sure we don't have any more black on the brush before we put on the yellow. Imperial Fist yellow. So named because it is yellow, like the Imperial Fists. It's a pretty self-explanatory name. All in all, you're just another prick at the door. Ooh, let me in, I'll get physical with you. I just wanna dance right now, it's critical to do. Okay. Better. I just gotta compare these two, because one guy I spent significantly less time on, and yeah, I think the one I'm painting now is coming out much better, or better at least. I don't know. Ooh, let me in, I get physical with you. I just wanna dance right now, it's critical to do. Bounce on, bounce on, bounce, bounce, bounce on. There's some black and can I? Oh, okay, it works. And do a little on the Purity Seal here. A little bit of writing. I don't know if you can see it. Some writing on the Purity Seal on his bolter. There you go. And now just some snakebite leather. There we go. I got it on the grips of the guns, and then all we got left is the metal, which should be no problem. We're going to be using I don't remember what it's called. Some kind of metal. Wait, I forgot to brush up on some other areas that get black on them. Ooh, I just remembered. Good thing I remembered. These ones are significantly easier to clean up. Let's get a little white there. Get a little white there. Get a little white there on the crotchamajiggy. Some white here. Here, some white, there, some white, everywhere a white, white. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Oh yeah, on the chest up here. That's right. Okay. And anything by the legs? No. Those are fine. We'll catch them over here. Again, you're probably not seeing what I'm doing. Sorry about that. Just healing, just doing some patchwork on the metal. Oh, on the yellow. Oh no! Oh no! It's okay. The paint was closed. Okay, now brown on the grip of the gun. Where's the grip? Let's see here. First this grip. And then the larger grip here. Don't have to be super careful with it because we're gonna get metal on here soon. Okay, we did the pistol grip in the back here. Yep, I did that one. Okay, now some of the last yellow, and then we're gonna go on to the metal. Oh no, you're just another brick at the door. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Anywhere else? Nope. Arms, you got yellow on it. Yup. We got the helmet, it's got its green eyes. Perfect. Okay, now we're going on to metal. The last part. I think his hair turned out okay too. And his skin. So, let's see here. Iron breaker. Chain. Oh, that's old. Chainmail. Lead belcher. Here we go. So we're just gonna basically just lead belcher on everything I haven't painted yet, and then do some Nuln oil on top of it to get it a little bit muted. Then maybe highlight again, so we still get some metal details on here. Man, I love painting milp. Milp. Mom, I'd like to pork. Oh no. Porking is like the grossest way of saying boning milb. Man, I love basing. You guys want to pork? Oh god, it's so gross. Certified milp. Yes. I got those big milpies. Mommy milpies. Porking makes banging sound elegant. Yes, you're absolutely right. It really does. Porking exists only to make banging sound less offensive. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some small details on the gun here, so... Okay, and now even smaller details, so I can't even show that. Let me along and physical with you. I just wanna dance right now. It's critical. I got yellow on the bottom of one of these bags. That is not good. Good thing I noticed. It would have been so shameful. Sorry, I'll show you guys in a second. Just doing very small details, so I can't really hold it by the camera. Okay, and then thingies on the back. I just realized it doesn't have a backpack, which is a bit of a problem. And if I can be completely honest, I don't know if we have the time to paint the backpack, but I kind of want to. So maybe we should. Okay, I gotta fix some parts of the packs on his back. I think I still got Black Legion here, so let's see. Let's fix up the black on the gun a little bit because I spilled some paint here. Spilled some metal there and some metal here. And some metal here. Wait. Oh no! What is that? Oh, it was just scrap. Okay. And there we go. And the pack. Let's see. Hold on. Oh. Okay. Got it. Almost done. I don't think I missed anything, but we're gonna use Nuln oil in the metal. So let's get that Nuln oil out here again. Living that milk life. Might not even touch it up, to be honest. I kind of like the way the metal looks with this. Okay. Oh no. That's weird. Okay, this Piss Marine. Hi Zaria. Yes, I'm making Piss Marine. Painting another guy. How you doing, Zaria? I was gonna raid you yesterday, but you finished streaming before I did. I'm sorry. How are you? Okay, got a drink in a second. Just gonna finish this winged skull here. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Okay, taking a sip. Thank you. Hope you had a good stream though. Hope you had a good stream. Okay. This guy's pretty much done. Just need to give him a backpack. I think he came out pretty nice. Do you agree? Do you think he's ugly? I missed a part of yellow. Your streams are short. Okay. Thank you. He looks sick. Oh, that's really sweet. Thank you. Some yellow on the arm. There we go. Yeah. This guy is done in the traditional layering technique, much more so than the other guy I painted who was done with like slab chop. And he is a bit messier. Let me show you. This guy is a Sorgant. And this guy is just your average Marine. Even the red on the chest came out much better on this guy, to be honest. A little bit anyway. Yeah, this guy is dry brushed, although he still looks good, like definitely table ready. Yeah, pretty happy with how he came out. He's got that McBain haircut from The Simpsons. Okay, we just gotta give him a backpack. But we have been streaming for 3 hours and 20 minutes, so I don't know. I don't really know if I wanna. I'll give him a backpack off stream. Maybe. It's getting a bit late. And I wanna eat something before I go to bed. I forgot to write on his legs purity seal though. I'll do that. Hold on. Wow, that definitely looks like it's saying something. I need to eat? No, I don't need to eat silly. I need to eat proper. Eating silly is what got me in this situation to begin with. Hold on, Skeleton Horde. Let's get another layer of Skeleton Horde. I'm not super happy with his hair color. Let's get some Nuln oil on the winged skull on his chest. Actually, I think that might spice it up a little bit. Who up packing they back? Not me. I ain't got no back to pack. I ain't packing no back, sir. Are you dropping eaves? I ain't dropping no eaves, sir. Oh, Mr. Frodo. Make it a little darker, but make the feathers, the wings stand out better. That's good. Oh, shaky, shaky, shaky. Just get shakes sometimes. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this guy. I think he... Oh, let's give him a little bit. Just a little bit of a metal highlight. Because some parts need to stand out a little bit. Is that like the 20th time I've said I'm pretty happy with this guy and then immediately saw something I need to fix? You can put the mask back on, but they never do. They never do. So, Ziria, would you say I'm more of a Mimsy or what's the name of the clown? Oh god, I forgot his name. Chuckles. This is the one more try of miniature painting. Oh my god, you're so right. Oh my goodness. You are absolutely right. Okay, he is done. We just need to add the backpack, and I'm gonna do that tomorrow or something. Not today. No, fuck it, we'll do it. I'll be right back. Oh, here it is. I have Chuckles moments. Here it is. Let's see. Backpack. Oh, backpack, a backpack. Where are you, backpack? Here we go. Has this one been... Yep, this one's been sort of fixed. Thank you for the head pad zap. I can't just leave a guy half finished. I gotta help him finish. I think you're gonna put the head pad on. So here's the backpack. We gotta paint it. Let me just put another head pad on. We'll do this quickly, okay? Let's get the knife. Let's get rid of some of the stuff on it. Let's see here. All in all, you're just another brick at the door. Ooh, let me in or I get physical with you. No! I just wanna dance right now. It's critical to do. Bounce on, bounce on, bounce, 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 bounce on. Can't leave him hanging. You're right. If I don't do it now, I'll never do it. So here we go. First, gonna prime him. Prime his little backpack. Oh, 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 yeah, you are you. Okay, which game is better, Dark Souls 2 or Bloodborne? No, not Dark Souls, Bloodborne. Dark Souls 2 or Sekiro? That's the question for today. Which game is better, Dark Souls 2 or Sekiro? You only get to pick one. Sekiro. It's not even a question. I mean, you made a post about how much you like adaptability. I figured you'd be really into Dark Souls 2. Hey, Dark Souls 2 bros, Pluv out here. Pluv is bad. Yeah, this was a test to see who I get to ban. This is supposed to sit for 30 minutes. Ain't nobody got time to wait for 30 freaking minutes for a goddamn primer to dry. So we waiting for 2 minutes. 80p stands for actual dogshit premise. You know what? I believe it. We aren't gonna give him a base though. Or should we? I mean, we can. No base. Burp. Or we can. Okay, we can. I do have some bases already base coded. Here we go. Oh, it's literally the same. So this one's super easy. We're just gonna basically dry brush on Astronomican Gray on this one. Get that. And some metal. Fenrisian Gray. Ooh, fancy. Administration Gray. Just one more attempt at Lady Butterfly chat. Shut up. Don't judge me. Don't judge me until you walk the mile in my shoes, bro. Okay, so let's get a dry brush. To get that kind of cementy look. Whoops. Memories. Na, 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 na. I got weird froggy webbed feet. Look, bro. You didn't have to call them weird. You could have just said you have frog feet. You didn't have to make it about how weird my feet are. That's okay. I see now where you stand on the matter, and that's okay. I forgive you. I shouldn't, but I will. Because I am the bigger frog here. And I forgive you. Na, 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 na. Wait, no. Did I put... Motherfucker. Living treatment by the river. I'm 35 years old. I just got divorced. And I live in a van by the river. I'm 35 years old. And I am divorced. And I live in a van by the river. Live in a van by the river. 30-doo-dee-doo, hurdy-schnurdy-berg, her snurg-durgy, snurg-durgy, snurg-durg. Hurdy-schnurdy, hurdy-bit-schnurdy, hurdy-schnurdy-birdie. Na-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na, na-na-na. Snurdy, Bernie, snur. Just shed a boom bush by the river. That's pretty funny, Ziria. You're a pretty funny guy. You're a pretty funny person. I appreciate you. I'm 35 years old. And I am divorced. I shat in a bush by the river. Where did I put the household paper? There we go. Baldygate third, make my fancy main theme or earworm worse than the game. It's true. Dun dun da da dun dun dun. One penis next to just another penis. Win a party, win a party, win a party, win a two wieners next to yet another wiener. Win a party. If I'm not funny, I have no redeeming qualities, so try super duper hard. That is good. I mean, you're definitely getting there. Sometimes you make me smile, even, and that's pretty cool. Live in a house by the river. I'm 35 years old. I'm kidding. You're not funny. No, 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 no. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Okay, so we've done the shitty fucking base coat. Let's get started on the wraith thingy. Wraith bone. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. What? In your paints. There we go. Win a party, win a party, win a party, win a one winner next to yet another winner. Party, win a party, win a party, win a two winners next to another winner. Win a party, win a party, win a party, win a na 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 na. Wiener party, your party just wants to fuck you. Your party just wants to fuck you. You have just met. You've got a parasite, but your body wants to get in your pants. Everyone has sex All the fucking time did I tell you I'm bi, well, now you know. Sorry if I'm a prude. I just think everyone is too easy in Baldur's Gate 3. It's just too easy to bone people. Or, sorry, to pork them. Oh my god, I hate that word so much. I love it. I hate it. I love it. I hate it. I should have just dry brushed this. Party. Oh my goodness, thank you for the follow, Demon3652. How you doing? Welcome. Join the Frogregation. Welcome to the Frogregation. How are you doing? We are painting an Imperial Fist. That's what we're doing. Still mad Gale promised me a magic trick, but the magic trick was his pee-pee. Hello, hello. How are you? How's your Sunday going? We're doing some Imperial Fist paintage. Live in a van by the river. I'm good just taking a break from painting. Oh, you're painting your own? What you painting? What you playing? What's your army? Are you playing 40k or playing Age of Sigmar? Or are you playing the old world, which is now back again, which is the old Warhammer setting that people really wanted back, so they're bringing them back? Are you playing Spethmarinth? Spethmarinth. No, it is the enemy who shall die. Multiple, simultaneous deep strikes. Rhinos. Our enemies come at us in metal boxes. I shall take away the metal boxes. That became a meme when I was playing Warhammer because I think 6th edition had really hardy tanks. So I was playing against a Chaos player and he just kept throwing rhinos at me and hiding behind them with his troops. And there was nothing I can do about it because it was very hard to blow him up. You could crash him, but you couldn't blow him up. Sorry, I'm humming something else. not what we're listening to. I showed me his pee-pee by the river. I told him, ooh, dude, we just met. We've known each other for about 10 hours. Gale then told me this. People will shack up at a bar after 2 drinks. It's normal. And I told him, well, you know, I don't know where to go with this song that I'm singing while I'm painting. I'm very good at singing. No, I'm not. This is a completely different kind of shading that I'm doing for this one, but I just want to speed things along. Or shading, I'm just leaving dark areas dark, I guess. It's not much of shading. Hi Moaug, how are you doing? Rawr, rawr. It's Maug. It's Maug. and painting. How are you doing? And complaining about how everyone in Baldur's Gate just wants to bang you all the time. Everyone is super easy in that game. That being said, I have never actually gotten to a sex scene in that game because I was playing Baldur's Gate 1 with a friend and their dance with Will triggered, which meant that my sex scene with Karlach got cancelled and Karlach broke up with me. So that was fun. And ever since then, I've been bitter. Oh, yeah, I'm painting yellow, boys. Hello. Hello, Ganon 02, 022. Painting Piss Marines. I'm just finishing the backpack really quickly, so it's gonna look kind of garbagey. But that's okay, because I've streamed for longer than I planned to, and I gotta go to bed soon. So I gotta hurry up with this thing. Boop, 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 boop. Live in a van by the river. I'm 35 years old and I am divorced. I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing really good, having a blast painting. I started out by reading a book on stream, and then like after 5 pages, I was like, no, I want to paint. So I just asked if it was okay if I painted instead. And that's what we're doing. So I'm gonna finish the guy today. I'm not gonna give him a base. Actually, no, that's right. We started painting a base too. So that's okay. We're gonna give him a base too. Everything's Gucci. But yeah, this guy I'm painting more in the way I used to paint. I've been doing a lot of slap chop because I've been painting orcs and Tyranids. But slap chop doesn't work super well on Space Marines because of the large open areas on their armor. So I've had to go back to how I used to paint pre-washes, basically, combining it with contrast. It's been a fun little adventure. Okay, I'm gonna let this backpack dry a little bit. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Yeah, this is the guy that I did with slap chop, kind of. There's some parts that didn't turn out super well. And then I was sucking my brush there, by the way. And this is the guy I've been painting on stream. I think he's turning out pretty nice. I think his skin is a little dark. Let me lighten it up a little bit. Just a little bit. Doing some screaming skull. Yeah, the flesh color I used was a little too dark. It's better. Okay, let's let's dry brush a little bit more gray, Adeptus gray or Administratum gray on this guy, on the cement. Kermit the cement. It's not even dry brushing, really, it's just brushing. And then some metal. Lead belcher. Okay, there we go. I think the backpack should be ready to have the rest of it painted now, so let's do that. Live in a van by the river. You may have an Iron Force for 30k. Nice. Nice. Iron Warriors. Iron within, iron without, iron within, iron without. Our classic enemies. The rivalry between Iron Warriors and Imperial Fists go way back. Like the rivalry between Ultramarines and Imperial Fists, and the rivalry between Dark Angels and Imperial Fist. Oh, you Imperial Fists are sure our contentious lot. Oh, that's it. You just made yourself an enemy for life. Okay. It's time to base coat this little guy. Oh, we're gonna do the little engines here on the side too. Hold on. I mean, not base coat. It's gonna wash him. Contrast wash him. Yeah, I'm doing a crap job here, but I just want to get this thing done. Well, you can't even see it, I'm sorry. That's what he said. There we go. Backpack is about done. We're gonna give it a what do you got? Wash soon. Base, very boring, but it will do. It will work. And okay, let's get it on. Let's get ready to rumble. Just dollop upon dollop of yellow on this thing. Just cover it, slather it. Just soak it in the piss. In the piss of Rogel Dorn's piss. Everyone knows Imperial Fists are the best because they're the hardest. They used to be the hardest to paint. Or like, no, I guess Hospitalers, the white ones, or like White Scars, even worse, because they're still a pain in the ass to paint. But Rogel Dorn sure knew what he was doing when he picked his chapter's colors. A true son of Dawn pees himself before every battle to show his enemies the power of his conviction. He will get pee burn on his... Wow. Yeah, this backpack is not turning out okay, but it's okay. Yeah, there's some missed areas of this wraithbone on the side here that I'm gonna get. Am I the only one who thinks that Citadel paints taste really good? No one else? Okay, and we'll get some black. Let's go with Black Legion right away. And the little exhausts here at the bottom. Okay. Bueno. And then these ones. Okay. And the exhaust ports are gonna be metal. And then the backpack just needs to be painted a little bit on the back, and then we're done. Lead belcher, here we go. It kind of remind me of, like, I think it's Mark IV backpacks, or Mark III. I don't remember. One of the marks, anyway. Okay, let's get this guy off his current base. Don't really know a good way to do that, so I'm just gonna. There we go. And we're gonna glue him to the other base. So see, now that we have him, like, oh, that's an area that I didn't paint. Interesting. Here we go. There's some angles you only really catch when you get the model away from his base. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna glue him to his base. So because my super glue, oh my god, 4 hours, holy shit. Okay, hold on. This is not ideal. I didn't want to stream this long. I'm sorry. I got work in the morning. Wait. Let's get some glue under his feet. And put him on the base. There we go. And let's see if we can, we'll paint this backpack very soon. It's almost done drying. Hold on. I'm 35 years old, and I am divorced. I live in a van by the river. Okay, and now the very last part, some lead belcher on the back, on the components in the backpack, and then we are gonna glue it to his back, and we are gonna be done. And I had some issues with super glue, with plastic glue on these, because there's so much paint already on the back. I'm gonna just skip that part. I'm gonna put some super glue on his back and put the backpack on with super glue to avoid all the hassle of having it put on multiple times because it falls off. Okay, there we go. And we have the backpack. Let's put it on. Ta-da! He's done. Are you guys proud of me? I didn't do any highlighting on the backpack though, you can tell, but it's okay, he's done. Pachi, 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 pachi. Pachi, 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 pachi. Pachi, 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 pachi. Pachi, 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 pachi. Thank you. Yeah, he's done. He's very pale now, but that's okay. Thank you. Oh, I'm done. Okay, we're gonna have to end the stream now. I'm very, very tired. And I gotta take all this away before I can go to bed. Wait. Why did you guys make me do this? I wanted to go to sleep, but you forced my hand. Okay, we're gonna raid someone. Who do we raid? Who is streaming? Let me turn off the camera though. Okay, here we go. Move this out of the way. Ambjorn, you are strong and you're cool and you are so much better than you allow yourself to think you are. You're strong and you can overcome any difficulties in life. I'm very proud of you. Oh wait, I already was lifting my spirit. Oh, you can lift my spirits if you want. You can lift my spirit. Thank you. Makes me happy. Thank you everybody for coming to the stream. I'm gonna turn off the camera. Oh, and we're gonna raid someone. Let me see who we're raiding. Twitch. Who's streaming? Who's doing miniatures? I heard myself saying choo choo. Okay, who's doing miniatures? Who's streaming miniatures? Modders. Thank you Deagledon, thank you Ambjorn, thank you Zap, thank you Boku Doku, thank you Ganon, thank you Mevg. Alright, who are we reading?
No. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
I wanna raid a friend, hold on. Raid Vividly Vivi. She's playing trading card game shop. Thank you, Zap. She's a great friend of mine. I really love her. She's very degenerate and she's proud of it. I like her a lot. And the raid message is gonna be very tired frog raid. Hold on, let me. Oh, I spilled water. Very tired frog raid. Stonk. There we go. Thank you, everybody. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Bye, everybody. I love you.
Bye. Bye.
See you on Tuesday.
Oh crap. I love how when you start, you get like really excited. It's like, oh, it's this one. I could